Hi, I'm Diana. Today we're going to be talking about the 11 things you can do to control your aging to be the best it possibly can be. I find this topic so exciting because there's so much about aging that we cannot control, but there's actually quite a bit that we can control. Let's just start talking about it. Number one, this isn't about taking away something. This is about adding something. And that is adding greens, adding more greens to your diet. This is not about going on a diet. This is about adding more. So that should be fun. One way you can add greens is to make sure you're eating a salad every day. Sure, whatever. Maybe you don't like salad. Another way you can add greens to your diet every day is through a green powder. And I'm just bringing this one out here. I'm not sponsored or anything. This is Garden of Life, raw, organic, perfect food, green superfood powder, whatever. Has a bunch of greens in it. And I can just mix that in water or juice or my tea. It just has sort of a grassy neutral taste. And if that's off-putting to you, put it in a little bit of juice. But I actually have found that it's fine just putting it in water. If you want to watch this little short here where I actually try it for the first time, and if you just mix it in water and drink it down, there's one extra salad in your diet, and that's going to help you look better, feel better, and then because of those things, be better. Number two, I shouldn't number these because I really don't know how many there are. Taking walks. Of course, you know this, right? But sometimes we need a little reminder. I know I do. I actually have to put it in my schedule or it doesn't happen. And taking walks is one of the best things you can do to restore your sanity. This is not really about getting old, but it really does help as you're aging to make sure you get that little extra bit of movement in your hips and your back, and that you get out in nature because of it. It's really a game changer if you're not doing it already. And you can start with a very simple walk around the block, and then you can increase it to 2 blocks, but not until you're ready. So just start somewhere small and easy, and you've got it. Well, this is a big topic for me, but concentrating on your style is one way to control your experience of your aging. Because when you concentrate on your style, that's something that you actually have a lot of control over, and it comes from your personal preferences. It's like wearing your personality on the outside. Without having to say a word, people can come up to you and talk to you about what you are like. And this is a great way to stay connected and what's the word I'm looking for? Visible. I know a lot of women feel a little less visible as they get older, but using style as part of your personality will help you stay more visible and connected to other people. Accessories. Accessories are so important. And they don't have to be personality accessories, although that's really fun to have some statement pieces that really make a statement. I also am a big fan of just nice little glistening pieces of simple jewelry. It makes a big difference. I look actually like I'm in pajamas when I'm not wearing accessories. It makes a big difference in how put together I look and how good I feel out in the world. And I feel so much more finished with these little tiny pieces on, and they were so fast to put on. Accessories are going to help you look more put together because as we get older, we naturally look less put together. You know what I mean. Like when you're 20 and you wake up in the morning with your hair on top of your head and you've got your big baggy sweatpants on and you're super cute still, that does not happen after 40. It just doesn't happen anymore. You don't wake up looking cute. I always wake up looking like my dad. Another way to enjoy your aging more is to choose something to learn, something you've always wanted to learn, something you're very excited to learn. And you will have so much fun diving into that. You'll be having so much fun, you won't even worry about your jowls. Now, I do believe this is different from learning, but creating something. Creating something on a regular basis is important as we age because we are not here to simply consume. I just don't believe that. They have built in amazing capabilities for creativity. And whether that means in your style or how you bake or something you sew or how you painted your house, anything like that, just stay creating. Ask yourself, what's the last thing I created? If it was a long time ago, pick something to create. Or if it's something that's right in front of your face that you don't recognize as creating, just try to see it with fresh eyes and appreciate that you have found time to create things in your life. You might not even see cooking delicious meals as creating. That's creating. So I want you to put your focus on, what am I creating in this world? And that could also be friendships. And that's the next thing I wanted to talk about. Developing friendships is so important as we age, because there's this little built-in thing called losing friends. And it happens to everybody. You lose family members, you lose friends. Unfortunately, bad things happen to people and they go away from us. And our circles get smaller and smaller. And if we are not constantly developing and expanding, pretty soon we will be left with hardly anybody to talk to. So developing friendships is super important as we age and for our personal happiness. There have been so many studies on people who live really long but really well. And the number one factor is their friendships and their community of what has caused them to live so long and so well, so happily. So keep developing friendships. There are so many more ways to develop friendships these days than there used to be. You can actually find friends on apps, but also community centers. Take a class, join a meetup. Meetup.com is amazing for that. And you meet up a whole bunch of people who are interested in the same thing as you, and you can chat. Adding strength. I'm so passionate about this one, guys. This is a great way to age better. This is not about how you look. This is not about being thin. This is about being strong. This is about being able to move your couch. This is about being able to climb a ladder and be functional. Carry your groceries up the stairs. Strength is the most important thing as you get older, because it goes away from you if you don't use it. And you certainly can build it even at a later stage, later than you think. I know that they all say after 40, you don't build more muscle, you only lose it. Don't let that deter you. You can develop your muscle after 40, and it's well worth it. It's probably the most well worth it thing on this list. Big statements. Oh, but this is another one that's super important to me. Focusing on your mobility. Your mobility is different from strength. Your strength is how strong you are. Your mobility is how flexible you are, and not just flexible, but the range of your movements, how big those are. And this is going to help you in the ways that you don't expect. So, sometimes when you go reaching far back into the cabinet because you need something way back there, and all of a sudden your whole body tenses up and freaks out. Okay, you've lost some mobility there. That has happened to me so many times. Also, your back will go out less if your hips are more mobile. Your neck will hurt less if your shoulders are more mobile. I'm having a lot of trouble with these words. Focusing on mobility as you age is super important. You can find all sorts of very easy mobility exercises on YouTube, and I will link some below. They are so easy that I don't even sweat when I do them. So, if you're one of these people that doesn't exercise because they don't want to sweat, mobility exercises are maybe the place to start. Diving into a craft. I know that this kind of fits into creating, but not really. This is about allowing yourself to have an obsession with something you create. Diving into a craft is like picking something like embroidery and then making a whole bunch of presents for your friends that are embroidered, or really learning how to sew, really learning how to follow a pattern, or how to paint, and really diving into the details of it, the shading, the lighting, things like this, where it's not a casual thing anymore. Allow yourself to really dig in and learn the bits that you don't know about a craft you enjoy. It's so fulfilling when you start to really understand what you are doing in your craft, and it's very, very exciting. Oh, here's something sometimes I'm making these videos and I think, oh gosh, why don't I practice what I preach? But honestly, I should be doing this. Join a book club, or just start reading. I have such trouble finding time to read. I actually belong to a challenge right now called the 75 Soft Challenge that my sister's organizing. And I mean, it's not that she invented it, it's just that she's organizing this group. And my biggest challenge has been adding reading to my day. I don't know what my problem is. But when I do like to read, I like to read something that's very random, where I'm going to get some information I don't expect, like National Geographic magazine. That is my favorite thing to read because often I come away with a story that's really affected me deeply and that I didn't expect to receive. I like that surprise and opens my eyes to what's going on in the rest of the world, not in a news way, but in a people kind of way. So that's one of my favorite ways to put a little reading in my day when I do it. Last thing, you're not going to like it because I don't like it, but try swapping mocktails for cocktails and wine. I am not a huge cocktail drinker, but I am a pretty regular wine drinker. One glass a night. And it's kind of a large glass, but it's one. And it's most nights, like 4 or 5. But what I have been doing lately is instead of pouring myself that glass of wine when I get in, I make myself a little sparkling water and juice and whatever kind of mocktail. And I find that it's really not the alcohol that I'm seeking. It's more of this tasty drink at the end of the evening. And I haven't missed it as much as I thought I would. And it really makes a difference in how my skin looks and the level of moisture that I wake up with in my skin. It really makes a difference in how I look. I have less redness in my face and I sleep very deeply. I'm not saying that these exact things will happen for you. That's just how it happens for me. So, if you'd like to share with me what sorts of things you're doing to enjoy your aging, that's what the comment box is for. Let's talk.